say, I want you to have a good look at these barrels and see all these things I'm mentioning. Now, you'll see if you look at them, there's a joint here about 1.5 inches from the breech end, where this rib, top rib, butts up against it. Now the little piece in the end there, it's a little piece shaped like that, and it's only like 1.5 inches long. It's called the butt piece because the top rib butts up against it. Now the top rib goes all the way along the barrels. It's not as wobbly as that, but now on the end there is usually a little piece like that. If you look at the end, it's shaped like this. It's called the keel, like the keel of a ship. And some barrels have it and some don't. In this case, he's got one. There was one on this, and when you buy the top ribs, it has the keel on it, and that keel has to be fitted, and the top rib's soldered down. Now, the bottom rib is a simple piece, and the bottom rib is from here right up to this thing here, which is called the loop. Now, Americans call this the fore-end hanger. It's the wrong name for it. I know the fore-end hanger on it, but it's called the loop, just L-O-O-P. Now, the bottom rib stretches from the muzzle right up to the loop, and all that is a simple thin piece of concave shaped rib. It's very simple, nothing hard about it, nothing hard to fit. Now the loop is shaped like this, and it comes in fits between the two barrels and comes back out again like that. This is where it fits against the barrels, there. And that's all it is. Now, some of them come with a tail on them, like that. That's the bottom part. And they have this tail which goes right down to the lump there. Some are just a separate piece without the tail, which we call a bar loop. It's because they bite in a long bar and just chop 1 inch off as they need it. Now the little piece that's in this case, from the loop right up to the back end, is called the tail piece because it's like a little tail. That's all. That's just a thin piece, can be made out of a piece of the bottom rib. And that's all there is to it. Now, this lump here, dovetail lump, is brazed in. That's brazed in, or some cases silver soldered. The ribs and the loop and everything are soft soldered. Well, not exactly soft soldered. A good, like at the cheapest, a 60-40 solder. Now, the good gun makers in London, like Purdy's and Hollands, used to use pure tin. They still do. And as far as I know, unless they've cheapened it. And if you can tell a piece of tin from a piece of solder. If you've got a length of tin and bend it, it crackles. Pure tin crackles. Solder won't. If it's got any lead in it, it won't crackle. So it's solder. And as I say, the gun makers in London used to boast that they used to use pure Cornish tin, and some of them did, because you see, they were making the best guns in the world at the time. But now, as I say, with a lot of the guns, you can't afford pure tin, it's expensive, so they're using solder. Any questions? No questions, okay. You all got that. You got all written down, have you? Right. Good. Okay. So now you know how barrels are fastened together. The shoe lump ones are brazed as well at the back. And there is another one I missed out, which you all probably know. You've seen them on Beretta guns and some of the cheaper Italian guns. Monoblock. It's a form of sleeving where you've got a piece kind of thing shaped already, kind of thing all ready to go, and they have two holes here, and they slide in. The whole thing is about so long, with the lumps on there, everything. That front lump here. They've got the front lump like that, and the tubes are fastened in here and soldered in. Monoblock. I mean, it's a good system. It helps to make a cheap gun. It's a cheap way because all these parts can all be machined. The tubes can be turned, sweated in there. Cheap way of making barrels. It doesn't look the best because you can see the joint, and most of the Italians, they shove a band of engraving around it or roll some engraving around it to make it look not so obvious.